Okay, so this is part two of the generation of design ideas pages or strategies which we can use to create our design ideas. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to draw a quick succession of design ideas in Textsoft Design Tools. Okay, so just to remind ourselves of the design strategy objectives. So if you want to get 19 to 25 marks, you use the design strategy which is appropriate. To get the 26 to 32 marks, you use the design strategy which is very clear and makes sense. Um, if you want to get the 26 to 32 marks in terms of creating design ideas, then you need to create ideas which are original. Okay, and the 19 to 25 marks, you show some creativity and some improvements. So if you show lots of improvements to your ideas and you show that your ideas are original, then you're going to get the 26 to 32 marks. Okay, so let's follow on from previously. So let's just have a look now at the design criteria objectives for AQA. So it says here, development of design proposals. So it says, have you, to get 0 to 5 marks, generated a few design ideas for your product. Once you do that, you're going to get a minimum of I suppose 1 mark upwards to 5. Okay, if you use a design strategy to guide the development of your product, and it's 6 to 11 marks. If you refer in your development work to more than one technique that could be used to develop your products to model and to model including CAD where appropriate, and it's 6 to 11 marks. So we're covering those bits with the modeling with the CAD designs and the 3D CAD drawings, which will cover the modeling as well. Okay, so there's other bits here as well. So if you use if you show a variation in approach or concepts. If you use, for example, sketching freehand as well as a computer, then you would get a minimum of 6 marks. To get the higher tier marks, you're talking about showing your designs have actually been developed, showing creativity and further development. So making models as well, physical models as well as CAD models. Okay, you planned the process of you designing and developing things, you're going to get those marks as well. Um, if you planned most of the process of designing and development, then that's going to get you 19 to 25 marks and so on. And to get the 32 marks, planned the complete development of your product with a clear and coherent strategy, produce creative and original design ideas, then you're going to get the 26 to 32 marks. You've experimented using a wide variety of techniques and modeling to develop your ideas, your designs, and you're going to get the 26 to 32 marks as well. Okay, so let's move on now to trying to achieve that target. So in Textsoft Design Tools, okay, you can do your initial ideas. What I would suggest you do, maybe 2 or 3 very different ideas here. The best way to do that is first of all to have gridlock on, and then I would just start with different shapes. So I have a circular looking um, MP3 amplifier. I might then go to the shapes tool, and then I might go for one where I can draw an oval. Okay, so I can move that into place over here. I can then possibly use the shapes tool again, and I'm going to draw something where I can round off the edges, so I can maybe use the radius tool. Okay, so radius tool is underneath the arcs tool, so it's nested right at the end. There's the radius tool. So I'm going to type in, let's say, 20 mil, press OK, and then I can radius off the edges by doing this. Okay, I could possibly copy this, and then using that shape now, I can then round off the edges again on this side, so that actually what I've got is a shape which initially has a flat base, and then one that actually has all sides rounded off. So straight away I've got now, just from doing that, I have now 4 design ideas in quick succession, and then I can render those after. So let me move this into place. Okay, and then I'm going to use another shape, for example the triangle tool, and I'm going to draw a triangle I can then once again use the radius tool, and this time I'm going to type in maybe 5 mm radius and then round off the edges like so. Yeah, and then once again I have a shape that I'm happy with. I could take this now, move it to one side, and then maybe combine it with a circle, and then use the delete intersection tool to delete parts like so. Yeah, and then I could then possibly draw another shape again. So I can now go to the polygon shapes tool. In fact, I could use the parallelogram. Click one, click two, move it along, and you can see just by doing that now, I've been able to create very quickly a range of viable ideas, which should work. Okay, and then what I can then do is I could, for example, turn step lock on, and I can then use other designs. Other tools to draw and develop my idea. So I can now go to the arcs tool. I could use the arcs tool to add detail. Yeah, and then maybe draw some dots for speakers and so on. Copy that. And then group it together, Control and G on the keyboard, click, 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 click. I could then move them to form a pattern for a speaker, like this. And this could now help me to create Control G this as well. And then what I can then do is zoom in, place this on here like so. But before I do that though, let's try and render these designs. So I could now quickly go in here and using color as a strategy, I could maybe use a combination of colors. So I could go for graduate fill, and I'm going to use black and maybe blue, so on. Okay, I'm going to try and give a gradient tint effect to my design. So I'm going to color this top part in black, maybe color in the bottom part in yellow. So go there now and change the color to yellow. Okay, and then go back and then fill in the part there. Any islands? No. Use that tool to remove parts. I could then grab the speaker detail. Yeah, bring it there. I could, for example, do this kind of thing where I sketch in some lines. Doesn't matter if it's not even, okay, if it gets a quick design ideas page I'm trying to generate in Textsoft design tools. These are all possible ideas. Okay, hopefully my client or my target market will like them. So I place this here, so that could be the speaker there. Another speaker over here. I could flip that so it's a mirror image. Yeah, and then let's just copy that because we can use that on other things as well. So I could place that here, like so. I could then do the same, place this here as well. I could do another one that fits underneath. So there's my speaker with its different external grill, I suppose, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so there I have that now. Now I can use the different colors and I can go for maybe blue this time around and just experiment with the designs with the software. Okay, any more islands say no. Any more islands say no, and then I could maybe go back and choose another color. Okay, let's go for, let's say yellow. Apply. Now I'm assuming, obviously, I'm just doing this, but obviously you should know vaguely or you should actually really know what color scheme your client or target market would like. So bear that in mind when you're doing this as well. And then go back in here, change the fill color to gray, and then press apply. I could then shade in the base part. All right, no boundaries. Okay, so if that's the case, then you zoom in. Not to worry. Zoom in and adjusting so that you create a closed boundary. So what I really need to do is just move this over here, move this over here, press and edit, and now it should work. Any more islands? Say no. I could then go to the top, change this now to a let's say a red. Any more islands? Say no. Okay, and I can copy that, place that over here, copy that, flip it around, place it over here. Yeah, and then I could select the outline and make the line thickness black, like thick. Well, obviously it's black, 3 mil to make it stand out. So I could make the ones that I like stand out. For example, I could then maybe just color this with one color. Just go to fill color. Let's change that, for example, to green. Press OK, apply. OK, OK. Click any more and say no. Let's just choose different colors. So you can see straight away now my design ideas page is taking shape very quickly. Saved me a lot of time. Click on this one. Any more and say no. The next one. Click. Okay, go to fill. Let's now maybe go for the red. Press OK, apply, OK, OK. Click on the outline any island, say you say no. And you can see, so straight away now I have a range of ideas which have been quickly drawn. I could still add more detail if I wanted to. So I could possibly maybe choose another gradient fill. Let's go for maybe fill on the side. They might say no. Okay, and then maybe because I quite like that one now, I could draw a line here to make it stand out. Another line here. Another one over here. And then selecting all three. 1, 2, 3. I can go to line thickness. Type in 4 mil. Press OK. That makes it stand out. So we're using this idea of thick and thin lines to make things stand out. Okay, so that's an idea I might want to highlight as a key idea. Maybe make this a bit thicker, the line thickness a bit thicker to make it stand out even more. That's a design strategy there. So I've used lines as a strategy to make things stand out, to highlight things. I can then click on, for example, this, press Control V, move this into place. So my speakers could be situated in opposing corners of the parallelogram. Okay, and then I can then maybe go for a different color effect, add more black, and press apply, press OK. Okay, again. Any more islands say no. Okay, so what I could then do is I could fill these. Right, so I go fill color white. And bring them to front. Alright, it's not quite showing. Right, okay, so anyway, that's another way of creating design ideas very quickly. Okay, so this method, this strategy, using text-off design tools, and you've been able to create, I've been able to create in about 5-10 minutes, very, very quickly, a range of ideas just based on shapes. What I could then do to really back up my idea is I could then copy this and turn it into a 3D version by using the 3D effects tool over here. Draw an isometric image of the selected object, and I can type in maybe, let's say, 10 mil depth, and click, and there you have my model, which is the same as that. I can then click on edit, go to explode, pressing continue, zoom in, and then delete the parts that we don't want. And there you have a design that you're happy with. I can then copy this, place it in one place, do it in one place. I could then go to isometric, type in 0, press OK, click, and there I have my speakers. I could then flip this, yeah. I could then obviously go back to fill. Now I could actually use this fill any more and say no, any more and say no, and literally fill the sides, give an interesting look, and then maybe I could then go back and fill the front as a green color, similar to the, obviously, to the one. Oh, let's go back. I don't think I've chose the right thing. Actually, let's see. Let's experiment. So I could then maybe click on this anymore and say no, and I could then change the line color to white. Change the line color there to white to make it stand out. Yep, and then group it together. Edit group. Zoom out. Excuse me. And this could be used as a strategy very effectively. So you can see I've got now, by using the 3D effects tool, I've now been able to create and model my design to see how it look like in 3D. Okay, I have used a strategy where I've used lines to highlight key designs and so on. Okay, so that's pretty much how you would go about creating a range of design ideas to get those marks that will get you into a grade C or above. Okay, so the next tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to annotate your design ideas in text-off design tools.